What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make Batum Chapter 2 in Minecraft. This is part 6, and in this one we're going to be finishing off this kind of wing of the building, which is going to be all these side rooms. We don't do the infirmary yet because that is an entire monster in its own right. And yeah, here's all that we do though. So yeah, that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial. I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so to start off, you need the following. You want paintings. Well, need or want, both, I guess. Block of stripped bamboo. I swear there was one in the corner of this room. I guess I'm delusional. Oak trapdoors. Pistons. Oak fence. Oak hanging sign. Item frames. A yellow banner. And we're gonna go a black stained glass pane, I think. That'll almost get us this entire hallway furnished, believe it or not. Starting from the left wall, literally, I'm pretty sure it's the first block. Yes, the first block beyond the gate here. I'm gonna call them gates. Alright, I never mind then. You're gonna place a 1x2 pinning, like, so what? Sleep time, okay. What? My monitor just turned off, my other one. That's good, it's fine, I know the next step. Around the corner here, like on this wall, the first row of stripped oak, you'll break these two and replace them with pistons. That was so weird, the thing just rage quit. Anyway, below these pistons, you're going to place a block of stripped bamboo here on the floor with an oak trapdoor on top. Both left and right of that trapdoor, you'll have more trapdoors open against it, and this one on the right you'll kind of just bring down so it's against the side of the bamboo. Side note, with these pistons, you will have to block them off from the back with blocks because they let light through for some reason. Continuing along this wall, you want to be the third block over from the end, and the center stripped oak wood of the three, and you'll place an oak trapdoor open against the wall. Right by one from that, and on the floor, you'll place two oak trapdoors on top of each other, open forward. You know the drill. Take the bottom one, two trapdoors towards you, second one you will open. On the wall with the doorway here, you want to, on the chiseled bookshelves, you'll be out of the center to further away from the opening. Oak fence. I'm going to place a block up diagonally right from it, and off the left of it I'll have the oak hanging sign with the 7,000 hyphens on the front, and on the back the lines. And then I can remove this piston. Heading down the hall, on the left wall, like this stripped oak wood, I kid you not, you're basically completely covering it in item frames. For the first row, it's 3 item frames, gap of 3, and then 2 item frames. The next row is entirely item frames. This is going left to right, by the way. And the top row is gap of 1, 3 item frames, gap of 2, or gap of 1, 2 item frames. Like so. Around the corner here on this kind of wall where I guess where the light is kind of sharing these two, you want to almost surround the block of coal and item frames. You're having item frames on the full left row stripped oak. You'll extend right with 2, down with a yellow banner, right with an item frame. Also underneath that yellow banner, you'll have an oak trap door on the top half of the block. Which, that's, I want to say another VHS, or, not VHS, voice recording thing. Cassette? No, what is the word? There's a word. I don't know what it is, though. On this particular wall, off of both of the center 2 rows of stripped oak, you're just placing a couple of 1x2 paintings. I have them both as the dude here, this guy. Before we clear our inventory and get ready for the next step, we have 2 more things, actually. In the kind of, on the right side here where the closet door is, you're going to be on the panel in front of it, and on the more front row of stripped oak, you'll have a 1x2 painting here. I have this one as Mario. I'll get him one day. There we go. On the panel on the like back wall next to the closet door, there's 3 block one. You'll have a 1x2 painting in the center. That's also Mario. Directly above this oak door on the back wall, you'll have a black stained glass pane. You can then clear your inventory and you need the following walls. You need blackstone, sandstone, and mud brick. You also need structure voids and your bendy banner, which should both hopefully just be stashed away somewhere safe. Directly above the black stained glass paint, well, not directly above, another block up from that, you'll have a blackstone wall, which will extend right by 2. Underneath that end wall, on this row of strip jungle, I should say, the second block up, you'll place the bendy banner off of. In the very back left corner, you'll place 2 blackstone walls extending up, a sandstone wall, and then 2 more blackstone. You can kind of just leave this area and head back to the infirmary door. Infirmary? Infirmary adds an extra syllable in there that isn't supposed to be there. So I gotta remember that. You wanna surround this doorway with mud brick walls on all 3 sides that aren't the bottom. You'll place structure voids connecting the bottom, though, and the now top mud brick wall row, since the very top is sealed. You can clear your inventory. Make sure you keep your structure voids and bendy banners, again, just like in your, maybe this top row, like how I have. I always have a bunch of important stuff here. Because it's always a use. But get out the following. Chiseled bookshelves. Stripped oak wood. Oak slabs. Oak stairs. Stripped jungle wood. Oak planks. Beehives. Ochre frog lights, and oak trap doors. So as I mentioned, we're going to get each of the 4 rooms laid out here, I guess. Because the Sammy room and then the 3 doors here on the right. Starting with the first one, you're going to head inside, and if you look back at the kind of door side here, you want to, this one is thankfully symmetrical, you're just going to take the strip jungle either side of the door and extend it out with 4 oak planks, a stripped jungle wood, that should face up, as they normally do on the bottom here. And then a singular, well, okay. So, for this part, it is 1 chiseled bookshelf on the left that should just face out, and it's 2 on the right. And then from there, it's an oak slab on either. 2 chiseled bookshelves on the left, 1 on the right. And then it'll be strip jungle behind that. And you'll connect those together with chiseled bookshelves. Just like so. For the floor, fill it in entirely with oak planks, except for the, like, back. You want to, basically in the back center, you're going to have kind of 2 rows of beehives coming out. They should face left to right here, and they are in the floor like so. You can then do what you would expect to do here. Well, for the most part, extend your strip jungle up by 3, along with each oak plank. And just start with the basis for now. Don't do the ceiling, though, because the ceiling isn't actually normal in this room. But you're going to want same thing that we've been kind of doing with the, whoopsies, with the holes and stuff. Again, for a refresher on the holes in the wall, from the oak slab up diagonally left of A11, upside down oak stair facing right, and from that stair up diagonally left, or up diagonally right, you'll have an upside down stair facing left. So it should look like this. And then just kind of fill around it with stripped oak wood as you need. Extend the middle strip jungles here up by 1 each and connect them together like so, as if we were to do the ceiling normally. The section close to the door you'll fill with beehives also facing left to right. However, for the back section, it's a block higher, so you can place chiseled bookshelves on top of the stripped oak wood that should just face out as per usual. And then a block above that, I'll have these same beehives facing left to right. There's also a light here, but we'll get to that in like 3 seconds. It is out of these center 2 blocks. If you're going left to right with the light, it'll be the more front of the 2 center rows. You'll have ochre frog lights with oak trap doors below, and that should give you this for the room with the piano. I don't know what it actually is. It's just a piano in a room. There's not really a ton to do with that information. Anyway, for the... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what that is and why I did it. But you can head to the next door anyway and start with the... Again, if you look at the door, you want to take the strip jungle on the left this time. And you'll extend out with 4 chiseled bookshelves, a stripped jungle wood, 4 oak planks, a stripped jungle wood, then extend right with 4 chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle wood, chiseled bookshelf, oak slab, 2 chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle wood, and then you can just connect back into the wall there with chiseled bookshelves. These should face along this row since you'll have the closet there, but I don't think the closet takes up that much space, actually. So, a couple things worth mentioning. This room is fairly normal with the walls, like with the hole and everything. There are 2 exceptions, though, that are strange. One of which being, on this panel, actually either of these panels on the, like, kind of backside, the one with the hole, you'll have a light at the left side, so you'll have these left 2 most blocks open on that top row. And then for the right panel, you'll have the center 2 open, and you'll just have the ochre froglets in them with the oak trapdoors open against. And it should kind of look like this. Hopefully that gives you a visual. The other exception is the oak plank wall here on the right. You want... I guess if you just start by filling it in entirely, you want to break a kind of 1x2 opening out of the center 2, like I guess the center 2x2, you'll break the left half of it, like so. Which is ironically in line with that hole there in the wall. So yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah, and that also will cause an issue later, which you'll see. But yeah, that's for when we get there. We're gonna probably save the meatly room for last in this part. Well, I don't know, because I don't want to, like, save it and then be like, whoopsies, don't do it this part and then forget about it next part. I probably wouldn't do that, but you never know. Floor in this room, filling in with oak planks. Ceiling is also normal if you want to just kind of go ahead with that. I will give you the explanation, though, in a moment, if you need it. Yeah, we'll probably lay out the meatly room now, actually. Or maybe after we do the closet, because not that the closet's really a ton. So, essentially, the way that I would do this room, because of how even it is, I'll just take this kind of corner of strip jungle on the inside where you know, kind of the inside of the stair, and I'll literally just bring it in either direction by 4, and that'll split the ceiling into 3 4x4 sections, and then each of those can be filled in with beehives separately. And yeah. I tried myself outside. Actually, I can just go back in through here. It should give you this. And yeah. For the closet, we'll come back to here in a second. But for the closet... hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to get over there on my other account first. You basically want to take the wall we have already on this one side. And if you take the 3rd chiseled bookshelf out, you'll extend it over with, I'll just say 5 oak planks. And then connect into the strip jungle. And that's the wall. There's just oak planks. And so is the floor. I don't think there's any coal, is there? I don't think we have any coal that we're going to be needing to use in this part, actually. Ceiling you're filling in with beehives facing left to right. And frick it, we might as well just do the interior for this closet now, because we have the materials to do almost all of it. Just on the back, on either side, you'll go floor to ceiling with oak stairs facing left or right, basically facing inwards on that kind of back row. I will connect each row together with oak trapdoors. You can use slabs if you want. I just like the trapdoors because they're thinner here. On the left side, I'll have 2 oak trapdoors open against the wall here. And what can we get rid of? Oak slabs are not important, and get out item frames. And each of the blocks on the floor that you can place item frames on, you want to. Now the closet is done, so we don't have to deal with that later. Head back into the middle room of the 3, and again, I want to mark the meatly room. So, If you are looking here, we might actually just do the entire melee room because there's no point in waiting. Basically, if you head to the outside, you'll take the chiseled bookshelves here on the one side, which should be the right if you're looking at it, and each of the bottom 2 blocks should extend out with 3 chiseled bookshelves. On the other side, it's not the strip jungle, but it's actually this like final row of oak, like so. I will fill in the floor a block below the chiseled bookshelves, which should also be just the bottom, or the layer of that the floor has been for like the entire time so far. I guess other than those 2 rooms. And like some back there. And then you want to place oak trap doors kind of between the back chiseled bookshelves that are open backwards to almost create a back wall. You can see that this shares a row with this, so it was just the point to get that. But I mean, technically speaking, you wouldn't have it this way. Like, you'd probably have the wall that they would share. I just had to shrink it a little bit because I wanted to leave that wall, and since this is a secret room anyway, you're less likely to find it than anything else. But if you then get rid of your item frames, maybe? Well, first off, actually, take the center block of the floor, count right by 1, and place your item frame. You can then get rid of it and get out black concrete and just fill behind the oak trap doors there with black concrete. You'll then place on top of the black concrete in each chiseled bookshelf 2 stripped oak wood. You will be able to see like this bottom center block through the hole in the wall, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't noticed it from over there, so it's fine. And then for the ceiling of this, it'll be pretty much entirely beehives facing front to back in this room, except for the center block, which will be an ochre frog light with an oak trapdoor below. Cool. From this point, I'm going to tell you to clear your inventory. And get out an armor stand, a player head, a goat horn, doesn't matter which one, just has to be a goat horn, oak fence, and you want those same oak hanging signs as we've done 1,000 times. I'm lazy, so I'm going to go steal this one like so. If you place basically on the wall, like, you can see where this is, that's stripped oak wood here. You can actually place the armor stand, it'll just fall into place. If you're in bedrock, you can crouch and click 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 times. It'll put the armor stand in this position. You'll place a player head on it and a goat horn. No, it's actually not that. 5, 6, 12 times. Okay, yeah. So basically you want the armor stand to be looking at the goat horn, like that. It's a lot of clicks. And then out of this center row, the leftmost block, you'll have the oak fence with an oak hanging sign above it, and you actually want it the other way. You want the back part facing forward. Cool. You can clear your inventory and leave this room entirely. I don't really feel like doing the decorations for this. Actually, not for the decorations, but get out the barriers, oak signs, and black concrete. And it's just not a bad idea to get these holes in the wall all filled in. Again, if you need a reference point, barrier in the direct center, the only block you can place inside. Oak sign off either stair along with that barrier, and then also an oak sign to the right of the barrier if it's not a strip jungle there. And then you would want to fill the back of that with black concrete, but since we are on the inside, I'm not going to worry about that yet. And yeah, you see this one is already filled off, but the other 2 you'll have to. Can I? Oh yeah, the infirmary door, duh. And yeah. And we're just saving the salmon room, I guess, for later, because I forgot it existed. Cool. And then you can head back into this kind of first room here, because this is the room with the piano and, or is it an organ? It might be an organ, actually. It might be that. You can get rid of the 3 materials that you have, although again, make sure you kind of just stash your barriers somewhere safe since we're using them so much. And get out the following. Lecterns. Oak hanging signs. These ones are blank, they're not the same ones. Oak signs. Dark oak fence gates. Nether brick fence. Again, we'll need the levers that are like on the underside of these fences, so you don't actually need them. You'll just need to do a /vote command. And you also want black stone walls and sandstone walls. Against the strip jungle pillar on either wall in here, you'll go floor to ceiling, go black stone wall, sandstone wall, black stone wall. Against either wall moving in, like against the back, you'll place an oak hanging sign, just like so. Between them, lecterns facing backwards. You can crouch or place off of the hanging signs along with the lecterns oak signs. And then you'll extend... You'll have to break this oak sign here on the left. That is from the hole in the wall. But you'll place 2 dark oak fence gates above either oak hanging sign and 3 above either lectern. Every single fence gate you want to open backwards. And the bottom center 2 you'll place oak signs off of, like so. From the back left corner of this room in the ceiling, you'll count forward by 1 nether brick fence. And what you can literally do is just fly all the way up to the ceiling, smack your head against it, and in the chat go /set block, tilde, 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 lever, and then in brackets you'll do lever _ direction equals, and it'll be either down east west or down north south. You can see the 2 options there, and then you'll want the bracket. I want to say it's the opposite of the other one. Yes, I would be correct. It is the opposite of the other one. And then you just want it, you can either power it on like I have to point out, or you wouldn't have to. It'd be the opposite of what you had to do for the other one, I think, just like in all regards. But yeah, that is this room done. Cool. Next room, and then that'll be all till the Sammy room, actually, funnily enough. You can head through this oak door and get out the following. Well, clear your inventory first and get out the following. Glow item frames. Everybody's favorite, the creaking heart. Where is it, actually? I couldn't tell you. Right there. A torch. Structure voids. Paintings. Item frames. Mud brick walls. Oak trap doors. And we'll stop there for now. So on this stripped oak log here, you're going to place a glow item frame with a creaking heart in it. With a torch above. I entirely forget what this is for, but it is here. The hole in the wall that would lead into the meatly room, you'll just place a couple of structure voids on, and then you can smack a painting on there. Not a painting that big. You want a 1x2, like so. In line with the top half of that 1x2, and on the back wall, you'll have a 1x1. Gap of 1 going left. 4 item frames. Center 2 you'll bring up by 1 each. On the left wall, basically on the top 2 rows, you're placing every item frame you can, except for the rightmost one. Because you can't place one here with the trapdoor anyway, so it would be 1 over you would be the first one you could place, and you don't want to place that one either. In the corner here, you'll kind of count towards you by 1 and place a mud brick wall there. Isn't this the trash can with the key in it, or one of them? I think it actually is randomized. Again, I'm not sure. From that point, you'll take... Call the door the front wall here. You're going to take the back right-hand corner. You will count 4 diagonally left. Place an item frame. 4 diagonally left. 2 oak trap doors on top of each other open to the back half of that block. You know the drill with the chair. That bottom trapdoor you'll bring back by 2, and that second one you'll open against the previous. From the back side of this chair to the left, you'll have an item frame. Bring it back, left, back, gap of 1 left, item frame, then extend it forward, left, forward diagonally left, and then forward diagonally right 1 from that, you'll have an oak trapdoor open to the right. Right of it, 2 trapdoors off the top half. Second one, you'll open another trapdoor on top of that one that's open to the right as well. Or left, I guess it would be. Cool. I think you can then clear your inventory. Nope, there's one more painting that is hiding. It's on the strip jungle pillar on the like back half of it. It is right there. A 1x2. Then you should be able to clear your inventory and get out the following. Oak fence. Lecterns. Oak stairs. Oak signs. And oak hanging signs. Which this is the same one actually with the dumb little design. So I'm just going to steal this one again because I'm still lazy. In the back right hand corner. Oak fence here. Right of it, a lectern facing into the wall with an oak stair on top. 2 oak stairs left of that, fence underneath that end stair. I will have an oak sign off either like end of these oak stairs, just like so. On the left wall, I'll have at the far right an oak fence with the little oak hanging sign on top. That should actually not point the way that I placed it, it should point forward, like so. Left of that, a lectern. I guess technically in front of that, a lectern facing into the wall. Oak stair on top, which will extend forward by 2, and then an oak fence below that end stair. And that should be this room done. Cool. Is there really nothing here? Wow, there's absolutely not a thing. That's exciting. So, hold on. Before I do anything, I gotta break this command block, because if I don't, it's gonna eat me. So... I'm not giving further context. You can leave this room and you can head through the only door we haven't actually tampered with yet, which is this guy back here. And for this room, you can clear your inventory and get out the following. Chiseled bookshelves. Stripped oak wood. Stripped jungle wood. Oak planks. Beehive. Oak or froglight. Oak trap door. Oak stairs. Jungle trap doors, and we'll go with that, sure. Looking at this wall like so from the outside, you want to take the strip jungle to the right of this door and extend it out with 4 chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle wood, 5 chiseled bookshelves, I'll say, because then just left of that you want a stripped jungle wood. Then left of that an oak plank, a beehive facing backwards, an oak plank, 2 stripped jungle wood facing up. Then, technically 4 chiseled bookshelves. You don't see them, but we're going to place them anyway. And then I'll actually go a 5th, because behind that, again, I'll have a stripped jungle wood here. And then I can just connect forward with what should be 8 chiseled bookshelves. Yes. Cool. There is one actually exception. This row of 2 strip jungle here on the kind of back wall, the left more of them you will extend in by just 1, like so. Before we bring any walls up or anything, I'm going to tell you to fill in the floor with oak planks. The only exception here is where you have this kind of weird row with the beehive in the center. Basically off the beehive and the oak plank either side in the floor, you'll just have sideways strip jungle wood. And yeah. So this room, I'll explain it a little bit. I have for it a test for command to where once you get close to this lever, it'll just teleport you to the next area. I only did that because it's a lever, and if you flick the lever and get teleported, then the lever's now down and you'd have to reset it or something. So you could use a button. I actually might have a pressure plate or something in this because I don't really like the test for command because it just will grab you sometimes, which is what I was worried about happening when I just kind of walked over. Yeah, anyway, from the strip jungle kind of pillar to the right of the window, if you're looking at it, you'll take the 3rd block out and place just a strip jungle wood here. Now we can bring the walls up the way we would expect, including this pillar here. So each strip jungle up by 3, each chiseled bookshelf up with 3 stripped oak wood. The one thing that I didn't mention is this little wall here. Just leave these 3 blocks alone, we'll get to them in a sec. but they aren't all that important. I mean, they are that important. But it's not kind of just anything normal that I'm going to be like, yeah, here you go, just do this now. Easy. And it is not complicated, but... On top of the beehive for this row, once you've done that, you should place a stripped oak wood. Surround that in oak planks, and then above the center oak plank, you'll have an ochre frog light with an oak trapdoor against it, and then just strip jungle wood either side. I apparently gave up in this room because I don't have the lines for the ceiling. They're just beehives facing left to right, just a block above the tops of the walls here. Or facing front to back, I should say. The notches are front to back, the lines are going left to right. I think that's why I keep getting confused with the way that I'm saying it. Because my mind is thinking the lines, but when I should really be using the notches. So, I don't know. Should give you this. Couple more things we can deal with. If you want to try to make the lines work, by the way, you can. I think I didn't because of the sizing of this room is just inconvenient enough. But I mean, it would work perfectly going this way, because you have this strip jungle you could just bring across, but I guess it'd be what, there, and yeah, then you'd have 5, which I just didn't like. So, in like the back right, you're going to place a row of upside down oak stairs off these chisel bookshelves for this row of 4. On the right wall, you'll take the top left stripped oak wood if you're looking at it, count down diagonally right, break this one along with 2 to the right, and replace them with upside down oak stairs. In line with the center of those 3 stairs, you'll count to the 3rd beehive out. Replace it with an ochre frog light with an oak trapdoor underneath. And then the final thing you will do is place jungle trapdoors on each side of going around this top block of the pillar. Just like so. You can clear your inventory from there, although we will need the stairs again, I know, in a little bit. And get out the following. You want block of coal, blackstone walls, levers, oak signs, oak trap doors, dark oak fence, dark oak fence gates, a candle, and something to light the candle with. So flint and steel is what I'll go with. But fire charges, I think, work. I don't know. I've never tried it with a candle. Directly inside the door, you want to actually bring this block of coal out a block, and then from there, you'll just go right to with it as well, in the floor. On the back wall where you have the suspicious thing, you want a lever on that stripped oak wood. Oak sign above it, count down a line and type pump control in all caps, like so. Left of that, blackstone wall, cap of 1 going down another blackstone wall. On the little funny shelf here in the kind of back right panel, you want to go left to right on top of it and place 2 dark oak fence gates, then a 3rd one that is opened, and then a singular candle that is ignited. The 1 open fence gate you'll bring up by 1 with another open fence gate, and then left of that a dark oak fence. Is there one more thing we can do? Yes. So if you take the, not the rightmost oak stair, but one to the left, you'll count forward by 2 and place an oak trapdoor open to the left half of that block. Extend it left with 2 trapdoors, and then open that second one against the right of its block. Then bring that trapdoor up again. So many chairs. If I have to build another chair, I'm going to go insane. Clear your inventory and get out the following. I'm sure there'll be like 6 next episode, now that I've said that our next part. Get out oak fence, lectern, stripped oak logs, oak stairs, item frames, paintings, mud brick walls, and a wither skeleton skull. Is that it? Anything else? Not that I'm seeing. So from that chair, just to the right of it, you'll have an oak fence kind of against the wall. Oak stair above it facing left. Extend that stair forward by 1, and then forward with a stripped oak log facing left. Bonus points if your stripped oak wood here on the underside of the stair also face left to right. Don't worry about changing it if it isn't, but I just think it kind of looks cooler that way. And then below that stripped oak log, you'll have a lectern facing into the wall again. In front of that lectern, a mud brick wall. And then from that wall, I'll count. From this angle, I'll actually go right 2, up 1, so I'm on this particular block of the wall, and I'll place a 1x1 painting with another up diagonally right by 1 from it. And I have both of these as the same painting, which is, I'm going to get one of them eventually, I swear. Okay, maybe I won't, actually. Oh, brother. It's that black and white one, though. That one. Worst painting roll of all time. Above the center oak stair here are these upside down ones. You'll place a wither skeleton skull. And then we just have some item frames to add. Directly under the center of the desk, you'll have an item frame, which will extend out by 2. Center of those 3 will be brought right. And you'll also kind of have one on the opposite side of the chair. Or alternatively, you can take this oak fence underneath the desk and place an item frame left of it with another one forward. And that is this room done. And honestly, that is going to be where I take the, or cut the part off. I know it's a little shorter than normal. Not that I'm sure a lot of you will complain, because it is a lot of rapid fire in a decently long amount of time. But because the infirmary is like an entire section of its own, I'm just going to leave that, and that'll maybe get its own part. It'll probably be multiple, actually. Let me just look at it real quick. Yeah, I mean, we could maybe do... No, maybe do the entire infirmary on its own, and then the sewer would maybe be 2 parts. Because, again, the sewer will not be fun to make. I did not... Well, I didn't hate making it. It's just... It does take a while, so... Anyway, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 6 of Badham Chapter 2 complete. I'm losing count already. That's always a good sign. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.